What's happening now across the Niagara frontier? News stories, old stories, stuff you know about and stuff you'd never believe. It's the Niagara Hub Soapbox with Craig Avery.
We're here at the Aerospace Museum with the curator, Paul Faltyn here. They just acquired a Lunar Lander Simulator, which the guys and girls in my generation, this is what we lived for. It was the Apollo space missions, landing on the moon. This is a simulator that allows you to be the man, be the astronaut, and land on the moon. It's pretty cool. Paul, tell us how you came across this thing, and we're gonna give it a test.
Well, we've been looking for a simulator that would be an added attraction to the museum, and we located this one in Ohio at the Great Lakes Science Center. It became surplus to their needs because they recently expanded their space display, and they had duplicate equipment available. One of the reasons we wanted this particular simulator was the fact that most people don't realize that Bell Aircraft manufactured the Lunar Lander training device that all the Apollo astronauts used to train for the landing on the moon. In fact, Neil Armstrong stated that if it wasn't for the training device developed by Bell, he doubted if they ever would have successfully landed on the moon. So the nice thing about this simulator, it looks just like the simulator, or the lunar lander that the astronauts stood in as they were approaching the surface of the moon. You can look out the window, you can see the surface of the moon, the dust blowing up. It has all the representation of the actual instrumentation. So when you come in and fly the thing, you get the sense that you're on approach and final approach and landing on the surface of the moon.
Pretty cool. Now you've got other simulators. You have a
right. We have another simulator that looks like an F-18 cockpit. We have it set up so you're taking off on the main runway at Niagara Falls Airport. But we can change the programs. We can put general aviation airplanes, commercial airplanes, helicopters, biplanes, World War II fighters. So we have a big menu of different aircraft that we can simulate in the trainer.
Cool. And of course, along with all the other artifacts at the Aerospace Museum, it's a great way to spend a rainy day, and today's a rainy day. So let's watch Paul's son land on the moon here. All right, John is gonna
move the joystick left to fly the Apollo lunar module. For our landing on the moon, we separated from the Orion spacecraft a few hours ago and changed our orbit. About 8 minutes ago, we fired our engines to start our descent. Now we are in our final approach to the landing site near the south pole of the moon. Right now, the guidance system is controlling our descent. In a moment, you will be able to take over manually if you want to. At an altitude of 800 feet, you will be able to control the roll and pitch attitude with the joystick. At 500 feet, you will be able to adjust the descent rate with the engine throttle on the left. You now have attitude control. 700 feet. 600 feet. You can now adjust the descent rate with the throttle down at 20 feet per second. When we get below 100 feet, we want to be descending at a rate of less than 5 feet per second. Down at 5 feet per second, we can see our shadow. 200 feet. 100 feet. We're going up. Pull back on the throttle. Down at 10 feet per second. We're descending too fast. Push up on the contact light. Engine stop.
Wow. Made it. 16. Oh, cool. So we could do some competitions around town with this thing. People could stop in once in a while and try to see how good they are, right?
Sure.
That'd be kind of cool. What else we got? You're still rolling, Chris?
Yep.
Tell us about this one. This is the simulator of the...
Right, this simulator is set up to represent the cockpit of the U.S. Navy F-18 fighter. Again, like I said, we can change to different scenarios, but right now it's set up for an F-18, all set up to take off at Niagara Falls Airport.
Cool. Does it have an air sickness bag in there at all?
No, not yet.
Doesn't shake you or anything?
As you can see, you're looking out the cockpit window, it has a heads-up display, and then we can put helicopters on there, World War II airplane, commercial airliners.
Anything out of Niagara Falls does actually have the topography of the area at all?
Yeah, you can see the Niagara Falls is kind of on top.
See your house?
Yep, you can see the lakes. Good representation.
Check out here, Chris. You know, as you can see, the Aerospace Museum is located in a pretty cool place. We're right on the tarmac, right on the runway. We've got Air Force is taking off over there in a C-130 over to the right.
This would be a great place to watch the air show, so you don't have to fight the crowds on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, that's true.
This Saturday and Sunday, the air show. Will it be open?
Yep, it'll be open.
Oh, wow. Got a few private aircraft waiting to take off. Stuff happened. There's the C-130 just ready to roll. It's a good place to come for just a change of scenery here. Let's show you what else is going on here. This your guys that work in your fabricators, right, or whatever.
Right, this was put together by the gentleman in our restoration group, and what we want to do is have more activities for when families come with younger children. So we built this representation, so some of it look like a Curtis P-40 Warhawk with the shark tooth from the Pearl Harbor claim to fame, and so we set it up so it's safe that younger kids can get in there, they can move the controls. And play pilot and just have a good old time.
Looks excellent. We might as well keep walking. Let's show everybody what this place is all about. What we got here?
This is our, we just moved into this facility, this section of the museum, first part of the year. These are two very rare aircraft, the silver airplanes, the 1936 Cunningham Hall, which is built in Rochester, New York. It's the only example left in the world today. Over here we have a 1928 Fleet Model 1 biplane. It was made in Buffalo when Consolidated Aircraft was still located in Buffalo. It was a very popular trainer with the military, and this particular type of aircraft was used for two pretty significant things. Teaching when they would actually, in the old dirigibles, they were so big they had a hangar blimp, and a hangar inside the blimp, and there was a hook on top of these where they would actually fly up to the aircraft, connect on the hook, and they call it the trapeze. The other thing was this particular type of airplane was used by Jimmy Doolittle, and he did the first blind takeoff and landing flight, which opened the doors for aviation because now the pilot could safely fly through the clouds by navigation and flying solely on instruments without being able to see outside. So this type of aircraft really played a significant part in aviation history.
We've got the lights out in the rest of the place, but we do have Larry Bell, the founder of Bell Helicopter, Bell Aerospace. So you have his private helicopter here. There's all kinds of historic value stuff of what was happening at the Bell plant back in the days of World War II. This is a great place to come. Bring the family, come by here, check out the airfield, check out the simulators, land on the moon. You can do it all in one day.
And the other thing we do is we encourage a lot of schools to set up field trips, because we offer a lot of different venues for school projects. about Western New York history, aviation history, space and science, technology, mathematics, engineering. So we host a lot of school children from grammar school all the way up through college for engineering students. So
So a new venue for field trips, teachers. We got a new place to come.
that, and also veteran groups, retirees, a lot of social groups, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts. We get a lot of youth groups coming through here too.
Right. And again, the air show is this, if we get this in on time, the
This weekend, the 18th and 19th.
And that's what time?
From 11 to 4, and we'll be open from 11 to 4 both days. So if you want to fight the crowds, you have to stand in traffic for 2 hours trying to get off the base. We got plenty of window space here to watch
So you
the show.
can come in here, just pay admission to and
Right.
the admission cost is how much?
$8 for adults, $5 for children.
Come in here, check out the air show, and when you're bored waiting for the next plane to take off or land, you can see all this stuff around here.
Right?
Very cool. Paul, thanks a lot, man.
Okay,
This is
thanks,
good.
Greg.
Thanks, Paul.
Okay.
We went to the moon and back.